people, Kinghuman here, and yeah, you busted me again. Dr. Phil was on TV today, and I know a lot of you know I hate Dr. Phil, but I'm in the kitchen, and the TV's in the other room, and I can't get to it to change it. That's the way it is. I'm in there in the kitchen getting my salad ready. Anyway, the thing comes on today on the Dr. Phil show about Brittanee Drexel, this missing kid. She, you know, I think she's like 17 something, 16, 17. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Underage kid. Anyway, she goes to Florida without her parents' permission. And she's in a hotel room with some guys. Not the hotel room she's staying at. She's at this guy's hotel room. And at 2 in the morning, in a dicey neighborhood, she decides she's going to go from the hotel room, this guy's hotel room, to her hotel room, and she's going to walk the 1.5 miles by herself, and from point A to point B, she disappears. Now, I'm watching this show, and there's all these, you know, they're kind of coming at the last person that saw this Brittanee Drexel, and they're kind of indicting him a little bit, saying you should have walked her, and, you know, why did you do this, and tell us more, and all this stuff. You were the last person to see her. And this kid, this guy, is kind of being defensive and saying, hey, you know, why me? You know, I was in this place with 4 other people. You know, it was a party. Everybody was around. Why am I the one that's being singled out? Anyway, that's not the issue I came away with from this show. I looked at this show and I went, holy crap. Okay, here's Brittanee Drexel, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, from what I assume is a fairly affluent family. You know, they're not in poverty, I can tell you that. And, you know, and they're getting not just local media coverage, they're getting national media coverage, and now international media coverage with Dr. Phil. Help our kid. And trust me, don't misunderstand what I'm about to say. I do not resent the fact that this kid is getting media coverage. I'm all for it, you know. We need to get this kid. I hope this kid comes home safe. The thing that bothers me about this whole thing is that this kid is gorgeous. Blonde-haired, blue-eyed, gorgeous girl. And you see the pictures of her, and she looks like the model. I mean, she's that cute. But my question is, when was the last time you've seen this much media coverage for a missing kid that was maybe not from an affluent family? You know, maybe it was from a poor, they came from poverty. Maybe it's a person of color. Maybe not so good looking. When was the last time you've seen this amount of media coverage for a kid that fits those parameters? I'll tell you, not very often. I can't think of any time that a fugly kid of color from maybe a poor family got this amount of media coverage because their kid went missing. Now, again, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that Brittanee Drexel doesn't deserve this amount of media coverage. What I am saying is the media is biased in they cherry pick the missing kids that they want to give this amount of media coverage to, and it pisses me off. I think every kid deserves this amount of media coverage. National, international, local. I think we need to do everything we can to bring every missing kid home. But it bothers me when I see a big inequality, and it seems to be a bias towards the cute kids, and that really bothers me. That's a media thing. The media is skewing and picking and choosing. That they look at that Brittanee Drexel kid and they go, oh, look how cute she is. We can run with this, and we can get a lot of people emotionally charged with this, and it'll help our ratings, and we'll really get a lot of views on this. So let's get this cute kid in the media. And they all run with it, but it pisses me off that the ugly kids that are missing or maybe the not so cute kids that are missing, or maybe the kids of color, or maybe the kids that come from a poor background don't get the same kind of treatment. And that pisses me off. Media, I think everybody should get on this and just tell the media this is so freaking unfair. Now, again, I don't begrudge Brittanee Drexel's family. If my kid was missing, I would want the maximum amount of coverage. I think they deserve the maximum amount of coverage for this, media attention, but I think every kid does. And that's my point. Am I wrong? Am I right? Do I have my head up my ass? Am I just being a dick? You tell me. What are your thoughts on this? I mean, you look at this kid. Look at this kid. When was the last time you saw an ugly kid get this amount of attention? I mean, the media coverage she's getting is crazy. She deserves it. In closing, I just want to say to Brittanee's family, I hope with all my heart she comes back in everything as well. You know, I just really, this is not an indictment against Brittanee, against her family. This is an indictment against the media for being so biased. Every time you run a story like this, I want to see a story on a kid who's not so fortunate looking or comes from such a fortunate background as this. I want to see the exact opposite of this get the same amount of media attention. We got 1 million missing kids out here. Let's give them all the same amount of media attention so we can get them back. Alright, I'm out of here. Sayonara, subscribe, comment, send a video reply. Tell me what you think on this. Tell the media what you think about this. Send a letter to Dr. Phil. Let him know what you think about this. And sayonara. Cheers.